Hey! So the dailies today are actually kind of funny. Ancient Cellar, Ancient Acropolis, I actually forget where both of those are. And the weekend one is to Fossil Lake. Now that doesn't seem very funny at first, but let me just take a few steps and head on over to the Dream Apartments. And you'll see why I think it's really funny. Bear in mind where I have that phone connected to. Because Fossil Lake is also on the path to Lavender Waters. In fact, it's exactly where the phone is. So that's the weekly done. Early, I suppose, the weekend done. The weekly was to, Floating Catacombs, I think? I don't even remember at this point. Oh, right. Alien Cellars from Snowy Forest. Very weird. An Ancient Acropolis from Dreary Drains. So I can just go through Dream Apartments. But to those who missed it, yesterday I did I did a long play of Omori and just went straight shot 8 hours until I finished the game. And I did both. I did I guess the best way to describe them is the good ending and the bad end. Hello, the good ending and the bad ending. It's hard to say with that game. Because there are like 3 pretty distinctly bad endings and 1 pretty good ending. Or 1 like decidedly good ending. But like the bad ending that is parallel with the good ending. And the Oyasumi ending. I don't want to give anything away in case people have not played the game before, because I know the Amore fandom is kind of notorious for that, for accidentally spoiling shit. I want to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. But I really enjoyed it. Amori is one of my favorites of these indie RPGs. I think just because I already kind of identify with Urasuki and Monosuke, but I identify with Sunny a little bit more. All 3 of them are in similar situations. Plus, if you have a trained eye for Yumaniki, there's a surprising amount of references back to Yumaniki and Amori. Things like the Staircase of Hands, for example. I can think of like 3 different places that are 100% inspired by the Staircase of Hands. Okay. Yeah, Winter Path is down there. I have to keep going a little bit. God, this is a bit of a trek. I gotta go like up and around and then up on top of this cliff and then over. Periodically swapping to child so that I don't get booted out of the area. Oh no, is this a dead end? Yeah, I think it is. Shoot. Hmm. Jeez, aliens. This is an annoying area to get to. So just go straight across. Okay. Let me try something. There's gonna be a lot of aimless wandering today. Spot I'm at is right there. But Amori is great, and it shows that RPG Maker games can have combat, and the combat can be not the worst part of the game. Because between Off and Lisa, I was starting to lose hope in RPG Maker combat. Because a lot of them are just not... Like, the combat in Off is just not fun. At all. The main reason you play Off is for the existential weirdness and the interesting puzzles. You don't play Off for the combat. Or at least I certainly don't play Off for the combat. If you I'm able to extract entertainment from the combat, good for you. You probably ended up enjoying the game a lot more than I did. I mainly just enjoyed it for the existential quandary, and I feel like Amori and also Everhood both touched on those same sort of things that Off touched on. But Everhood had really, 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 really fun gameplay. Okay. Yeah, this is Winter Path right here. I need to go back up this way. There's the set of 3 trees. Okay. Finally. Alien Cellar is somewhere around here. God, there is just no tell for that. You'd have to be the luckiest person on Earth to find that. And Ancient Aeropolis is interesting. I don't think I've ever been here before. It certainly doesn't look familiar, but the Silent Sewers area, like connecting areas, are places that I have not explored too in depth. I gotta go from here to Dreary Drains. Apologies if you can hear people in the background, by the way. I can't really control that. As much as I would like to just move to a place where there is nobody, not a very realistic goal. But it would be a cool goal. Okay, I completely forget the path. I think it's the upper? Because I think from here I have to go to that boat over on the dock. And then I go on the boat, I go to purple, purple to red. I think to Ruined Garden? Let's see. I forget if Ruined Garden is like a side area or if it's its own thing. It's its own thing. Okay, so it's not here. Ah, it's the hand passage that I need to go for, so it is the lower path. Oh no, the server. Oh. Wait. I think this is where I'm supposed to go. Wait, this is Heian Village, isn't it? I recognize this music. Or not Heian Village, Seaside Village. This is definitely 100% the wrong way. I shouldn't have even interacted with the weird thing on its back. But I think my next plan is, depending on what comes first, I'm either going to do the Hikikomori route, or I have some interesting plans that are linked to an upcoming holiday that you might be able to guess. I'm not going to give anything away, but I have something that is within the boundaries of the festive spirit for that holiday without being too disingenuous. The holiday, of course, being April Fool's Day. I'm on the wrong path, I think. Yeah, I went too far down. Oh, I see. I gotta go to Teal. That Teal is that staircase over on the right, which means I need to be on the boat path. So I am going the right way. I gotta go back up to the top. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Connecting and disconnecting tends to work, but sometimes it is a little bit finicky. But yeah, I have something planned for April Fool's Day, and it might not pan out, but we'll see. I'm holding out hope that it will. It's really just going to depend on my own motivation. I went the wrong way again. Okay, so there are 3 paths. There we are. This leads up to the Teal teleport. And I can either go to Dreary Drains. I want to check out the secret room first, because I don't know if I have before. Very menacing long hallway. Very menacing long-winded door. Hello. I've never heard this music before. I want to go through the door. Is there a way for me to? No. Apparently... Oh, there we go. There's a rare occurrence. That is... I can't tell if that's a letter on the background or if that's the Golden Gate Bridge. It kind of looks like it could be either or. Oh, that person is lacking a lot. But like I said, my plan for April Fool's Day is to do something that is wacky and uncharacteristic, but also sort of in the spirit of what I would like to do. Kind of difficult to explain, but I still want to be able to see that video in the future and be proud of it even after April Fool's Day has passed. Because I feel the trouble with a lot of April Fool's Day things is that they're uncharacteristic to the point that you feel ashamed after the event is already over. And I don't want that to happen. Especially if I'm actually going to be putting some effort into it. So if I'm going to be doing something for April Fool's Day, I want it to be something that I can actually be happy with. Which unfortunately means that there's also the chance that I don't have enough time to do it, and then, well, Not really an April Fool's Day joke anymore, huh? Oh, good grief. Alright. So, starting at Silent Sewers, that blue line, I have to take the red line up to the red teleport, take a hard left over to the yellow to blue, and then blue to Ancient Aeropolis. I'm having to navigate a freaking subway map just, just to find my way to the other room. But I mean, that's the heart and soul of this game. It's honestly one of my favorite aspects of it, as weird and confusing as it can be at times. I really like how unique the style of exploration is. That if you want to, you can do this entire game without a map. There's nothing stopping you from just exploring and doing everything you can with no aid and just noodling out everything you could possibly find. Nothing stopping you from just exploring. But if you want to use a map, it doesn't take away from the experience at all. At least not in my opinion. Now, some people like the more pure Yumaniki experience. I'm going the completely wrong way. Of aimless wandering and occasionally finding something that just completely floods you with dopamine because it's something that you found completely on your own that is baffling and so cool and really kind of pretty disturbing, and you found it completely by accident. And I've had plenty of moments like that for this game, and I've also had quite a few moments of just seeking something out and being like, you know what? Today I want to see this. Like the time when I went to Cat Cemetery. If I had gone there organically, that would have been so incredibly beautiful. But even by seeking it out, it was still extremely beautiful. And I loved it. It's still one of my favorite areas in the whole game. I don't know where I'm going with this. I just find it interesting. Also, it's getting darker, I think. Oh no. I recognize this. I remember the first time I went here, I got extremely lost and then it wound up walking in a giant circle. But this should be where I have to go. Oh, I see. It's a seamless teleport. So I have to actually go right here. Oh no, I went the wrong way. I need to go left-ish? Alright. I'm at blue. I guess I go up. Oh god, the music's getting louder. Or the ambient sounds, I should say, are getting louder. Whoa. Whoa. Holy shit. Whoa. This looks really cool. What the hell? This looks really sick. I'm fine with spending some extra time. Let's see if we can get to the desolate hospital from here. This is so sick. Again, like, even though I knew I was coming here, this is still awesome. Whoa, what in the... Is this a puzzle or is this just a walkway? I guess it's just a walkway. Man, isometric ladders are weird. Like, look at that. Oh, sorry. My brother got me an external SSD for my birthday, or for Christmas, rather. So this was a bit ago. Oh wait, this thing teleports. And I have it plugged into my computer. And it's really good, and it has a lot of storage. But it's also a little bit unwieldy sometimes. To no fault of my brother, of course. It's just because it plugs in externally. It kind of just noodles off in front of the laptop. And sometimes I bump it. Cool area. I'm sorry? Okay. This seems like a proper maze. So to save myself the grief, we're already over time. I'm gonna call it, I think. Ancient Aeropolis was so cool. Definitely worth the trip. But that's all I got for now. Thanks so much for watching.